Hello, my friend, and welcome to SourceFlow. My name is Taylor Dunn, and in this video, we will be going over how you can create and record an order inside of SourceFlow and how you can view the order details after the order has been placed. So let's go ahead and jump into my computer and get started. All right, now that we're in my computer, you can see that I have the buy list page open, and I am ready to create my first order. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to select the items that I want to purchase. If I am selecting only one item that I am ordering and I'm recording a purchase for, I can just go over to the right hand side of that item and click on the little shopping cart and create a single item order. But say I have multiple items that I am placing a single order for, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the checkbox for those items and select them. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the create order button in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Once I do that, a new tab will open up, and this new tab will take you to the buy cost calculator. Now within the buy cost calculator page, you're going to enter in the important parts of your order as well as figure out any sales tax or shipping. The point of the buy cost calculator is to get an accurate calculated buy cost. You can see that here in the green section. This number should be what your true buy cost is after you factor in things like tax, shipping, or maybe even any additional discounts that you may have added to this order. Now, up in the top section is where you're going to record all the information that is unique about this order. This is going to be things like the order ID, which for this example, I'll just throw in a random number. Then you would record your source. Now the source is usually automatically filled in based off of the URL from the source itself. But if you need to, you can edit this information if you need. The destination is going to be where you're sending this product to. You may be sending this product to your house, or you may have a prep center or a couple of prep centers that you work with. The destination is helpful because it allows you to clarify, where am I sending this product to? Lastly will be the email that you use. Most likely you might only use one email for all your ordering, but as you grow, you might end up finding yourself using different emails for different types of purchases from different accounts. So you would just record your email there. Next in the top section is going to be a little drop-down switch. This is for your calculator type. And it really depends on how the order confirmation is broken down. Some order confirmations are going to show you the total price on a per SKU level. So for example, if I buy 3 units of this John Frieda hair product, the SKU total is actually going to be $41.88, and the order confirmation should display that. But some suppliers will actually show you the price per unit and not actually give you the SKU total. So if you want to just match up exactly what the confirmation is showing you, you can change your calculator type. This way you can just follow along down the order confirmation that you have from your supplier and just fill in the information that it's showing you, taking away any sort of extra math that you have to figure out. Down here in the items section, you will see the ASIN, the product title, variation details. There is also a checkbox for tax exempt. You might have a product in this order that is exempt from tax. Some states, for example, will actually have grocery items be tax exempt, meaning you're not paying sales tax on food. If you have an item like that within your order, you can just click the little checkbox and it will not calculate sales tax in that particular item. Then you'll have the number of units, which you can change. So say, for example, I changed this item here. Instead of buying 3, I actually bought 4. Next, depending on your calculator type, you will have an editable field for either the SKU total or the cost per unit. Since my calculator type right now is in SKU total, it means that I can adjust and change the SKU total itself. If I wanted to switch to the cost per unit, I would just change my calculator type and it would do so. The green section is the most important part. This is what your actual calculated buy cost is. So as you play with this calculator, you're going to see this number adjust depending on whether or not you paid for shipping, or if you paid sales tax, or if you have other types of discounts. If you ever want to delete an item, you can do so by clicking on the red trash can. A little modal will pop up and it will ask you if you're sure you want to delete it, but also it will ask you if you want to move that item back to the buy list so you can purchase it later. If you want to just delete it, you can just make sure that this checkbox is unchecked and hit the delete button. For this example, of course, we're not going to do that. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next part. The order totals window here in the gray box is going to be where you're going to fill in any types of discounts. We have a pre-tax discount, which will be things like maybe a special promo code that you had that knocked off a certain dollar amount. You would enter that information in here. So let's just say, for example, we had a $10 coupon code that we used. As I fill in that $10, you'll see that the calculated buy cost has become adjusted, recognizing that new discount. A post-tax discount is going to be a discount that is taken off of the grand total. This is going to be things things like reward points that you turn in and you get a gift card, which you actually will do with sites like Walgreens. Walgreens will provide you with $5 to $10 gift cards that you can then apply to your order. This is the slot that you would enter that information in. Shipping costs are going to be your shipping costs. So say for this order, I paid $5 in shipping. You can see as I enter that in, the calculated by cost changes just a tiny bit. And then the sales tax will be, if you pay sales tax, how much did you pay? So let's just keep things simple. Let's just say that I paid $10 for sales tax here. Okay, as I enter that in, you're going to see the calculate by cost adjust, but likewise, you will see a new tax rate below and a subtotal and a new grand total appear calculating in that sales tax. There is a switch below this. If you do pay shipping, some states will actually charge you sales tax on that shipping. If you flip that switch, you will be able to see how that sales tax rate changes and make sure that it's applicable for the state that you are shipping to. If we scroll down, you will see that there's a section for order notes. This is where you can put any type of note about this order that you would like when you place it. You can use this however you want, or you can leave it blank. It's totally up to you. Next is going to be your payment source. This is where you're going to record the type of card that you use. So let's just say we use our Visa ending in 1234. We would record that information here. And to the right of that, we would enter in the amount charged. Now, the amount charged is going to be the amount that you charge to that particular credit card. If you're using gift cards to place an order, there is a section below where you can actually record those gift cards. So it's important that you only put in the amount charged to that credit card in this slot right here. For this example, we're going to put $10.72, and I'll explain why once we get down to the gift card section. Next is going to be our cash back source. Where do we get cash back? You can enter in whatever you'd like in this field. Me personally, I like to abbreviate my cash back. So for websites like Top Cash Back, I would just put TCB. And then to the right of that, you would enter in the amount of cash back that you actually got based off of the percentage. So say for this example, we got 5% cash back. We would just put a number 5 in here, and you're going to see here that we're going to show you a little preview of what you can expect to receive in your cash back in a dollar format above. Now down below, we're going to have the order details section. This is going to show you the date that your order was created, the date that you actually ordered it. So you might actually start an order, right? Or create an order, but not actually order it till a later date. You can adjust those how you would like. It will also show you the last time this order was updated. When you're creating an order, this is going to all match up. But if you go back to an order and you come back to the by cost calculator at a later date, you'll be able to see this information change, which will be helpful. Now, by default, the order status is going to switch to ordered. You can change your order status to anything that you would like. There is partially received, received in full. Normally, when you're at this stage, you're either going to want to have it set to ordered or draft. Like before we were talking about, you might actually create an order ahead of time before actually placing it. Say you're buying from a wholesale distributor or something like that. You're setting up your purchase order. You're kind of getting things ready, but you haven't actually placed the order yet. You would change the order status to draft, but by default, it stays in ordered status when you are creating an order. Next will be the gift card section. So when you are using discounted gift cards within your order, you're going to want to fill this section out. What you'll do is you'll just select the add gift card button, and then you will have a drop down below where you will edit and you will put in the gift card ID. This is going to be things like the gift card number. You might have a separate system where you actually use identification numbers for your gift cards. We leave this pretty much available to you for you to put whatever you'd like in here. But let's just pretend that this is my gift card number. You're going to record the cost. So say I bought this gift card for $90, but the face value of it was $100, and I used all $100 of this gift card. I would record that information below and select the little check mark. And now I can see that in this order, I used a gift card for $100, and then I charged my credit card the difference of $10.72. So you can add multiple gift cards to an order depending on how many gift cards you may have used. Lastly is the attachments field. Over here to the far right, you can upload attachments into your order. So this is going to be things like your order confirmation. Later on, you might want to add things like your shipping confirmation, delivery confirmation. You can do so by adding an attachment. Just give it a title, choose the file you want to upload, and then you can add any notes to any attachment. Once all this is filled out, I'm going to hit the save and go to order button. It will now take me to a new page called the order details page, where I can get an overview of my order itself, showing me what I bought, the order number itself, the subtotal, grand total, all the items in there as well. Normally at this part of the stage, you've already placed your order, you've recorded it inside of SourceFlow. So what you would do is you would just go ahead and close out this tab, head back to your buy list and start purchasing the next item. And that about does it for creating an order inside of SourceFlow, recording that information in the buy cost calculator, and then confirming it in the order details page. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can find your orders and create different listing events once you actually receive the product. Till then, if you ever need support, please feel free to reach out to us at team@sourceflow.io. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.